Please subscribe for more videos. Click the bell icon for more updates. Bloodiest day in post-coup, Myanmar leaves over 110 dead. As Myanmar's military celebrated the annual Armed Forces Day holiday with a parade on Saturday in the country's capital, soldiers and police elsewhere killed 114 people, including children, in brutal crackdown on pro-democracy protesters, news reports and witnesses said. The killings drew strong renewed criticism from Western countries. British Ambassador Dan Chugg said the security forces had disgraced themselves, and the US envoy called the violence horrifying. Military jets also launched airstrikes on a village in territory controlled by an armed group from the Karen ethnic minority, and at least 2 people were killed, a civil society group said. Earlier, the Karen National Union said it had overrun an army post near the Thai border, killing 10 people, including a lieutenant colonel, and losing one of its own fighters, as tensions with the military surged after years of relative peace. Senior General Min Aung, the junta leader, said during the parade that the military would protect the people and strive for democracy. Demonstrators turned out in Yangon, Mandalay, and other towns, as they have done almost daily since the Feb 1st coup that ousted elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi. The Myanmar Now news portal said 114 people were killed across the country in crackdowns on the protests. At least 40 people, including a 13-year-old girl, were killed in Mandalay, and at least 27 people were killed in Yangon. A boy as young as 5 was earlier reported among the dead in Mandalay, but there were conflicting reports later that he may have survived. Another 13-year-old was among the dead in the central Say Gang region. Today is a shame for the armed forces. Dr. Sasa, a spokesman for CRPH, an anti-junta group set up by deposed lawmakers, told an online forum. A military spokesman didn't respond to calls seeking comment on the killings by security forces, the airstrikes, or the insurgent attack on its post. They were killing us like birds or chickens, even in our homes, said a military citizen in the central town of Myanmar, where at least 2 protesters were killed. We will keep protesting regardless of what. We must fight until the junta falls. The deaths on Saturday would take the number of civilians reported killed the coup to over 440. Terror and dishonor. US Ambassador Thomas Vajda said on social media, the bloodshed is horrifying, adding Myanmar's people have spoken clearly. They do not want to live under military rule. British Foreign Minister Dominic Raab said the killing of unarmed civilians and children marked a new low, while the European Union delegation to Myanmar said Saturday would forever stay engraved as a day of terror and dishonor. News reports said there were deaths in Say Gang, Lashio in the east, in the Bago region near Yangon, and elsewhere. A 1-year-old baby was hit in the eye with a rubber bullet. Min Aung, speaking at the parade in the capital city of Myanmar, reiterated a promise to hold elections without giving any time frame. The arms seeks to join hands with the entire nation to safeguard democracy, he said in a live broadcast on state television. Violent acts that affect stability and security in order to make demands are inappropriate. The military has said it took power because November elections won by Suu Kyi's party were fraudulent, an assertion dismissed by the country's election commission. Suu Kyi remains in detention at an undisclosed location, and many other figures in her party are also in custody. Russia, a true friend. New US and European sanctions this week increased external pressure on the junta, but the condemnation is not universal. Russia's Deputy Defense Minister Alexander Fomin attended the parade in the Myanmar's capital, having met senior junta leaders a day earlier. Russia is a true friend, General Min Aung said. Diplomats said 8 countries, Russia, China, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Laos and Thailand, sent representatives, but Russia was the only one to send a minister to the parade on Armed Forces Day, which commemorates the start of the resistance to Japanese occupation in 1945. Support from Russia and China, which has also refrained from criticism, is important for the junta, as those two countries are permanent members of the United Nations Security Council and can block potential UN actions. In a warning on Friday evening, state television said protesters were in danger of getting shot to the head and back. It didn't specifically say security forces had been given shoot to kill orders, and the junta has previously suggested some fatal shootings have come from within the crowds. Gunshots hit the US Cultural Center in Yangon on Saturday, but nobody was hurt and the incident was being investigated, US Embassy spokesperson Aryani Manring said. Author and historian Thant wrote on Twitter, even after weeks of appalling violence, today's killings of civilians is shocking, both in nature and scale, with again children amongst the dead, and deserves the world's concerted attention and help. Please subscribe for more videos. Click the bell icon for more updates.